here we are, out for another one. Starting out on roads I first used when I got my driver's license. Yes, that far back. Back then these were my day odysseys. The problem is, on these roads, you might encounter strange traffic. There's a horse trailer way up there holding us up. Hopefully, we'll lose him soon. Or her. Or it. Whatever it is. Just got off on another road to get away from that horse trailer. Also, we used to bike ride on these roads. Back in the 80s. I think just the 80s. By the 90s, we found better spots to ride our bikes, bike trails and things. That's what I should do. Buy a new bike and come out here again. Or better yet, hit the trails. But today's route is more like those old-fashioned rides I took 30 and 40 years ago. We've got some farm stuff over there. Back then, I would just pick a road and follow it. And wherever the road went, that's where I went. Now passing through Norrisville, which we passed through before. And already passing out of it. But again here, we parallel the state line to our right a few feet. As I keep saying about that house, you sleep in Maryland, but go to the bathroom in Pennsylvania. That's appropriate. And up here we cross the state line. Now officially north of the border. Right there, a building once served by the Georgetown Railroad, which once ran along there, but now one cannot tell. That part got abandoned in 1935. But it still runs as far as Georgetown. And now coming into the railroad's namesake. And again stopped by Georgetown Station. I won't dwell here too long. I think I've shown you this before in other videos. In a couple of weeks, there'll be train rides here again. But I wonder if some of this stuff is ever going to run. Like that old green coach down there. But at least they're running. When I was here back in the 80s, they weren't running at all. And here on the left, the engine house. Down the original route to the highway with a crossing of the Stewartstown. That's why I came this way, to try to capture that. Wow, gravel road. Pavement ahead. Alright. A paved road again. Another view of the Stewartstown line. As you're right back at the main road. And now we're arriving in Shrewsbury. And about to turn right when the light changes and pick up the original route from Baltimore to York. Former US 111, which I've shown you before on a couple of day odysseys. Oh, construction. Got some fun stuff going on here. You smile, you're on camera. Candid or otherwise. And we're heading north in the direction of York. But now on a different road. Heading for a place called Seven Valleys. Oh, distant mountains. Now coming into Seven Valleys. This one and 6 more. But a good time to turn right and make a pit stop by the bike trail, which you see crossing down there. Instead of stopping at Seven Valleys, I'll stop at the next location on the trail. Like right here, a place called Gladfelter's. And then here I am, stopped by one of the spots I used to ride bikes in all the time. One of my bike riding locations. Tell you what, I'll take you down there and show you the trail. Before continuing on, nice old truss bridge here that was recycled. I moved here from a different location about 15 years ago. Well, good they recycled it and kept it in and put it in here. And the top of the bridge, which I'm now walking over. And now looking south on the former Northern Central Railway. There was 2 tracks at one time up until the early 1960s. The trail itself bends this way for a spell. It bends around someone's property and then parallels the track again about a quarter mile up in that direction. They're heading south, but panning to the north this direction. The track and trail parallel north from here. The excursion trains out of New Freedom don't come this far north though. They only go as far north as Hanover Junction about 5 miles to the south behind me. Shame they can't go all the way to York. Trail traffic. Still cool crossing a bridge over 100 years old. About 150 years old actually. And right there is Gladfelter Station itself. Original station. And again the rail trail. I forget where this road goes. I know what. I'll follow it and see where I end up. A lot of farms. But let's see where we end up. A stop sign. I guess I'll follow the obvious route, whichever that might be. Well, I know this road. All rats, hoping I was lost. No such luck. And now coming into approaching US 30, Lincoln Highway, which I'll take west for a bit, turning left. And this is it. Not the original road, but bypassing a section that passed through York. We'll be on the original road in a few seconds. Literally. And now on the original route. I told you it'd just be just a few seconds. Still, tricky shooting video when you're facing west into the sun. But I'll do the best I can. And this is Thomasville. I'm about to cross the old Western Maryland line. And now passing through a place called Abbottstown, with a bit of traffic apparently. And one of these inane circles, which there are a lot of in Pennsylvania. It might have been busy in the town, but out in the spaces, not much traffic at all. And now we're in New Oxford, with one more inane circle I've got to traverse, apparently. Here in PA, they got you going in circles. Yep, like a NASCAR driver. And up ahead, another crossing, another CSX line. And there is the crossing, which we will soon be crossing to the right, continuing west. The last rail line left between Baltimore and York. The former Western Maryland Railway, now part of CSX. and New Oxford Station, which I showed you in a Day Odyssey back in May of 2016 when we used Lincoln Highway going west. At one time, there was a yard behind the station with many more tracks. Now there are a couple left back there, but that's it. Road versus rail. To me, there is no contest. Nice caboose there, though. I assume it's an old Penn caboose, if that Keystone logo is to be believed. And for those keeping track, the last train to stop back there at that station would have been 1965. The last passenger train. Yep, 65 was the last one. Then in 71 came Amtrak. And now the line we stopped at parallels on the right. And up ahead we enter Gettysburg. And one more inane circle. But this one's been here for a while, as long as I can remember. Probably so have the others. I just don't remember. Up there you see Blue Mountain, which we'll soon be crossing. Actually, we're passing through a low spot in Blue Mountain. What's that biker doing? Okay, passing zone. But, as I said, this is how I did it back in the 70s and 80s. Just picked the road and followed it, with no particular place to go, and no particular route in mind. I just hop in the car and go. And wherever I end up, that's where I end up. And now we're coming into Chambersburg. Passing beneath an old Conrail line, now Norfolk Southern. I guess originally a Penn line. Got a circle here, but this one's not so bad. We just bend around it and that's it. No other traffic to watch for. There was a track down here one time crossing. Now it's a bike trail. And way up there, Tuscarora Mountain. Well, there it was. But there it is again. Our next hotspot, St. Thomas. Nope, not the Virgin Islands. Sorry, that's a different St. Thomas. I gotta settle for this one right now. Interesting countryside, though. Somewhere. The old road there in the center of the picture. But I'll stay on the current route just to save some time. But I've taken it that way before. Instead of ascending Tuscarora, I'll make a left turn, take a road I haven't been on before. South on PA 75. My first time this way. So let's see what we'll see. This takes us to Mercersburg and Highway 16, both of which I've seen before, but not this road. My first time this way. Yes, they're actually roads I've never been on before. As hard as it might be to believe, that's the truth. This is what I did back in the day. Just pick a road and take it. And wherever the road goes, I go. It's nice and peaceful around here, though. Have to admit that. A crossroads. Have I seen those numbers before? I can't recall. A great day out there today, though. Temps in the mid to upper 80s. Not too bad. It's supposed to still be hot out there right now. But I've been here in the car with the AC running, so I couldn't tell you. I guess I'll find out eventually. I'm now arriving in Mercersburg. And up here is Route 16, which you've seen before. Normally, we come the other way on this road, heading west instead of east like now. I'm now back on South 75 again, and again a road I've never seen before. But going south, I should end up back in Maryland eventually. And again part of Tuscarora. All kinds of cool mountains around here. Wherever we are. But still, how do mountains grow like that? Where'd it go? There we go. Yeah, how do they grow like that? That's my question. I'm now passing through Clay Lick. I think we left it already. And more of it up here. And this is Kaisersville, however you say it. Here's the spelling. However you say that, that's where we are. A lot of quaint hamlets on this road. back, just crossed back into Maryland. So we're back in our home state. We still got miles to go though. But we're back in Maryland, in the Hagerstown Valley. And more of the valley, with Catoctin Mountain in the distance. A number I've seen before. Yeah, we gotta go east, obviously. Still, all these roads I'm seeing for the first time, just as you are. Unless, of course, you've been this way before, and I haven't. And for those who are curious, we've come 137 miles so far. 137 on today's journey. Now arriving at Route 63, which I'll take south for a bit. And in a few miles, I'll make a pit stop, which I need desperately. And again, a road I haven't been on yet. I've used other parts of 63, but not this part. But in a couple more miles, that'll end. No more new roads. Again, typical of back in the day. Pick a road and take it. Now arriving in this place. And arriving at our pit stop place. Good. Much needed. We don't need gas, fortunately. But I do need something else. I'll leave it at that. And time for some time lapse. And via time lapse, as I said, all done. And here the light is the original National Pike. East to the left, west to the right. Which took you back in 2016, as far as Ohio, that-a-way. But I'll go down here and pick up Interstate 70 westbound, eastbound rather. Looking to save some time. And there's a 70 up ahead. Tried to get the sunset there. But anyway, back on the road I was on 1 week ago, coming back from a day odyssey. Deja vu for me again. Oops, for you as well. Around 8:30 now. Let's see when we arrive back. And there is South Mountain, which we will soon surmount. Interesting about today's ride, though. We began on the back roads I used to use back in the 70s and wound up on a road I use in my day odysseys. One extreme to the other. Appalachian Trail on that footbridge there. And up there, our last mountain, Catoctin, surmounting it. Passing through the Frederick area, as we did on last week's Day Odyssey. Our next hotspot will be the Hood. Now on our local freeway. Not quite back to the Hood yet, but almost. But up here is the exit for it. And now back in the Hood on what is still a very warm night. But I guess I'll head on then. Gotta do some straightening up and editing as well. Once again, thank you for spending part of your day with me, and I'll be back again as soon as I can.